Hi, everyone. It's Henry DeVries with Wealth Authority TV. This is the TV show where we help wealth authorities, financial advisors, wealth managers find more right fit clients. And we also look at some industry issues we all need to address. So I'm so happy today to have as my guest Josh Bradley. Josh, let me start by asking, why do you hate Uncle Sam?
I disagree. I say I'm Josh Bradley and I love taxes. I love talking about taxes. There's a big distinction there, and primarily talking about tax ways to pay Uncle Sam a little less. I'm not anti the government. We need them for certain things, but the goal is definitely to give them as little bit as possible of your money so that maybe other people can carry the bill a little bit more.
Well, I know you've also served the people of the United States, and we thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Tell me about your firm. You're in South
Yeah.
Carolina. Tell me more.
Yeah, so we're headquartered in South Carolina. We do have an office in North Carolina as well. So we span the Carolinas across Columbia, Charleston, Greenville, and then Asheville as well. We've got about 30 something team members, and our primary focus is on retirement planning for middle market clients. So we classify that kind of as your bread and butter clients around here. If you put a number to it, somewhere between, let's say, 300 and 3 million of liquid net worth or liquid assets. While we serve a lot of people well above that and below it, our goal is to specialize in retirement planning for the middle market, but bringing kind of that wealth management services down to that middle market who's been severely underserved and that they want this stuff and they need it and they just appreciate it a lot more than, let's say, some of the other folks.
Hey, Josh, there's an old joke. I won't tell it now, but it's about God creating the heavens and the earth in 6 days, and one of the angels asking, is it fair to give the Carolinas so much beauty? So you come from a beautiful part of the country. I'm from California, and I'll never forget when you told me what you liked the best about California was that we were 3,000 miles away from you. So I get
I,
it.
I disagree. I didn't say I said that I like that y'all try all the things first and weed out a bunch of the crazy stuff before it trickles down to us. But yeah, it's both California, and Carolinas are both beautiful places and wonderful, wonderful
Yeah.
people.
Well, I'll admit that the People's Republic of California, we try a lot of crazy things out here. And
Hmm.
I hope only the good things cross the
Yeah.
country to you. Okay, so let's get to the issue at hand. As an industry, what can we do to improve the image of financial advisors and wealth managers?
Yeah, I mean, I guess up until a couple of years ago, I would give the what I think is a pretty prototypical answer is that it's sales. It's they're just pushing a product on you. They only worry about the rich people. I mean, those are a lot of the things that we would hear, and especially in the Carolinas, where we're not as we're getting there, but we're not as, let's say, as wealthy as other states. It's just these pushy salesmen that just want to work with high net worth people. However, I do think things are changing a little bit. I think with firms, lots of the firms have been adapting, and I'll actually give credit to some of those big name firms that you think don't do anything or don't innovate. They've been gradually taking steps further because I really think that with technology and the meme stocks, we saw that people can get a lot of these trading and investment ideas that are readily available and that they can implement at a very low cost. So I think an image problem that we have now, at least my opinion is what do we actually do that adds value if it's not investment management?
I've heard it also said that a lot of it is doing the math, helping people with the math. And what I liked about your approach is you understand people first. You ask them questions. There's not just a template that you give to everybody in a standard set of recommendations. So I think that understanding helps with the image. So uh, tell us about the book. Tell us
Yeah.
about um, why you wrote Mission Tax Zero.
Yeah, I mean, make no bones about it. I love this stuff. I always joke I go on vacation a lot just to read more about taxes, investments, you name it. And I know a lot. I'll say that. And I love data and I love facts, and the numbers matter a lot. However, I learned really early in my career that the more I learn, the more I realize there's no way nobody can know all these things and keep up to date on all of them. And so I've taken a kind of a step back where it says instead of me trying to be the expert, we want to be able to provide a team of experts in one place so that they can specialize. You could say my area of specialty is around taxes. I mean, I wrote the book Mission Tax Zero. It was fun. It was exciting to really give a lot of detail and facts and just good information in education. I love education. However, what I realized early in my career, my mom was a teacher, and I thought, if I could just get smarter and smarter and smarter, I could make good financial decisions and make more than my mom, who was a teacher, and my dad worked at the plant. My mom made a little bit more than him. So I wanted to do better, so to say, financially. And I thought education was the key. But then I quickly realized that education is really not the reason why we make bad financial decisions. It's primarily emotions. And if you can't talk to people's real concerns and find out why they're trying to accomplish retirement or, saving for college, if you can get to the why, you're going to have a better understanding of what they're really trying to do and be able to communicate to them in a way that helps them understand the why behind the numbers for it. Because I could tell you data and facts all day long, but if you implement none of them, that was a waste of my time and your time. And so with this book, it was a lot of data, a lot of information, but it was written in a way ideally to grasp the why behind it and so that there's actual actionable items that you'll go and do.
And the book's fun. It's
Mm,
got fun stories. It makes you feel, like
yeah.
you said, thinking. If you want to get people to make no decision, give them lots of facts and figures and tell them to think it over.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
want them to get it on an emotional level, and it's the emotional part of the brain that makes the decisions, you tell them a good story so that they'll understand. Josh, thanks so much for being with me today. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we go?
Yeah, yeah, you say fun. I don't know how fun a tax book can be. So the bar is really low, but I think it is a fun thing. You got to have something beyond all this boring data. And I go back to kind of this main thing you talked about the advisory world is we fighting in this technology world where somebody can Google all the data in my book at their fingertips. What do they really need us? And being able to combine one, the why and the feel to it, but then attaching all these other areas as well. And so that could be legacy planning, that could be college funding, all these other services in one place. I think is just a huge value add for folks. And our industry is going that direction. And honestly, I believe that's what people and clients really, really want from their financial advisor.
Yeah. Well, I know the boomers are, the retirement's going through the baby boomers, but this Gen X, they need help, because they've had a rough go of it, and um, they're independent people. They had to be, but they need some people to guide them. So I'm glad you're there, and I'm glad this book is there for them. So that's all the time we have for today. So until next time, be healthy, wealthy, and wise. And we're out.